Hello, YouTube, TeamAonn.com, wherever you may be watching this. This is Odogoo with Team Aonn. We are here on Spookoween 2020, and I got a special video for you guys. I got a special blog for you guys. I am very excited about this. I'm going to be talking about Tanz Der Vampire, Dance of the Vampires, specifically the invitation to the ball. In German, it's Einladung Zum Ball, and I am sorry if I mispronounced that horribly. But first, I want to give you guys a little bit of a history because I'm going to be talking about the Broadway version with Michael Crawford. That's the German version that got moved over to Broadway. A bunch of changes were made. May eventually do a video about the whole production, but a little bit of a history for you guys as far as where I am, which camp I'm in. And when I say camp, the fandom for Dance of the Vampires and Tanz Der Vampire are very divided. Both of them are very passionate. You have the ones that actually enjoy the Broadway play, mostly Michael Crawford fans, and I have to be forthcoming that I am a huge Michael Crawford fan. And then there are those that are fans of the original production of Tanz Der Vampire, that most of them, not all of them, but most of them really dislike the Broadway version due to a lot of the changes that were made. The thing is, I love the German version too. So I am a good middle ground, and I'd like to dissect a little bit of this song, comparing certain parts and giving my thoughts on them. As far as why I picked this out of everything involving Dance of the Vampires and Tanz Der Vampire, is this one holds a very special place in my heart. And the reason why is, as I've said before, that I am a Michael Crawford fan. And a little bit of a history here is I was introduced to him, as many people were, with Phantom of the Opera. And back in the day, and I can't believe I have to say that, because this is when YouTube was still young, and I was looking up anything Michael Crawford, and a video was posted that had the compilation or comparison videos that you get with Phantom of different Phantoms. Well, there was one of the Von Krolocks in the Invitation to the Ball. And in that video, it had Michael Crawford for the Broadway version, Steve Barton, which, original Raoul of Phantom, played the original Von Krolock, Kevin Tarte, and Thomas Burchert, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce his name as well. Funny enough, my 4 favorite Von Krolocks. But that is how I got introduced, and the song was so good, I had to check it out. Now, at the time, the whole production of the Broadway one was not posted to YouTube. Basically, the only way to see and hear it for the most part are bootlegs. I know there are at least 2 out there. Go look on YouTube. Parts of them are posted. That's how I got the screen cap of Crawford here. And at the time, though, there was plenty of Tanz Der Vampire captures. One with Kevin Tarte, with English translations on the bottom, and Steve Barton. And I really got into the play to the point where I was in college and took German. Now, mind you, I did not need to take any English or other classes as far as other languages. But you know what? Non-morning person was waking up way too early to go and learn German. So that is how deep I am in there. So that is basically why I love this song so much, is because it introduced me into this wonderful world of German musicals. But let's actually talk about it. Now, this section of the play is very different between the two. The Broadway version, which is the one that we're going to mostly be talking about, we will be comparing it a little bit to the German one. It's different. It is very different. And it's part of the reason why a lot of the people that are not fans of the play are not fans of the play, if they are into the German version. And the reason why is straight out of the gate, and it starts with this strange animatronic thing that you would get at a special Halloween store looking bat that was earlier on in the play, and the bat is one of the reasons why people hate on this play. And Crawford singing in, I gotta admit, a weird kind of voice. Gotta admit it. I love Crawford. I love his singing, but it was kind of weird. But I understood that the reason why it was squeaky is because he was a bat. So I'll go with it. And basically he starts the song, "A Good Nightmare Comes So Rarely." And I gotta say, the words are good. The squeaky bat gotta go, though. Because in comparison, the Von Krolak of Tanz Der Vampire, he does greet Sarah, says that, a woman's gonna appear, and he just straight up bursts into the bathroom as she's taking a bath. Whereas, just like boom, he's there. Whereas in the Broadway version, squeaky bat, but he then lands it a bit, and it's a bit of a less hard bump, where he then transforms into, his regular self with, "I'll show you yours if you show me mine." So basically it's a good nightmare comes so rarely. And it's a good line. Semi-cringe just because of the whole, I'll show you mine if you show me yours. But I do like how they twisted it. It works here. Then he says, "It's a me." Almost like Super Mario. But that is the accent that they're going with. He's Italian. I think his full name is the Count Giovanni Coppolini Von Krolak, from the Sicilian side of the family. So then it goes into talking. And that is a stark contrast to the quick, upbeat, never stopping singing of the German version. That's completely dominating, where Crawford's, and this one I like for the fact that he seems so innocent in a way, even though he does have, those ulterior motives. I don't like that, they crack the joke of he's sniffing, and I spell cabbage. Are you incognito here, princess? It does sound very innocent, but it's kind of hammy and plays off for laughs. So I gotta say, not a fan, but it works. It works in this play. So while I can say I don't like it, it works in the context of this play where it's so bad, it's funny and you will laugh. Just like the "it's a me" part. Um, and he reminds her of the invitation that he did earlier in the play. And I do like that they had him reference this. I don't like that they did the invitation earlier in the play, but we're not reviewing the whole play. But he tries to say, oh, come on, try and convince her. Instead of hardcore seduce, that the German version does, he does it innocently, even though he's still trying to convince her. And then he pits the line, this is a one-time special offer, take me up on the offer or never speak to me again, one-time special offer. And I laugh at it every time. I know it's cringe, but I laugh at it because it's funny, and just his delivery, he pulls it off, because Crawford is a very funny man, and he can pull off comedy and he can pull off seriousness, and he does that in this song. I know we haven't gotten to the real seductive, enticing, that kind of stuff yet in the song / section, but they get all the comedy stuff out of the way first, and I have to say I really like that, because after that they actually go into the invitation song. It's very similar but also different. There's no bathtub where he busts in, but then it takes you away from her room, and there is this fog that comes out where it's just them, the darkness, the fog. It sets the setting up. He actually starts singing, and it goes into this sweet, seductive, alluring type song where he nails it. So it just keeps going and building, where the other one, it's a quick beat the whole way through. This one is that slow build that you really don't expect due to how the segment starts. And then you see like this blood red moon as it keeps going, and then the house slowly eases on back into the scene, and the way that it just ends is with the line that it started with, which is "a good nightmare comes so rarely, I'll show you yours, so I will show you your beautiful nightmare if you show me mine." And he does that really long high note that he is so well known for, as he's standing on this little lift thing that slowly pulls him away as if the whole thing was a dream. And I gotta say, I love that idea that it may or may not have been real. He may or may not have been, going into her mind. But it was magical at the end. They stuck the landing. It was a rocky start, animatronic bat, but on board at the end. Yes, please. Yes, just yes. Whereas in the German version, you do this quick, upbeat, really sexy, just But at the end, you have Alfred that's being a perv, looking in through the door, taking a peek, and then he sees the vampire, and then he's calling to the professor, and then it's super crazy and loud and all over the place and hilarious. So they went for instead the comedy, because the German version is funny. It does have comedy. They basically whiplash you after that, which is good as well. I do like the Crawford version though, because it is a clear cut into the next segment, where it's not really jarring. But what are your guys' thoughts on this? Are you a fan more of the Broadway version or the German version? Are you a Crawford fan? If you are, what did you think of when you heard this? And if you haven't heard it, it's on YouTube. You know, I won't put any links in the description, but it is on YouTube. You gotta see it, because it is an experience. It's one of those that, it is one of those where it's so bad it's good, and I know I will get flack for that, but it has its own unique charm. But for now, guys, this is Odogoo. Remember to like, subscribe, and as always, enjoy your fandom.